Well, good morning, everybody. We've got the sunshine, thank God. Welcome to the opening ceremony of the 8th I'm a Banker, Get Me Out of Here. My name's Tricia Snow and I work for the fundraising department of Havens Hospices. But firstly, I'd like to introduce you to Mr. Dennis Wrench, the chairman of our trustees.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I promise I'll make this very short, very sweet. This is now the 8th year that people such as yourselves and you have been coming to actually help us out. So my thanks go to Rob, Steve, Sandra and the rest of his team for being so prolific in actually organising this event. What I really wanted to speak to you about, some of you may be aware that Her Majesty the Queen has awarded her most prestigious award for voluntary services for 2012 to Havens Hospices. Now, that recognises the work of the volunteers, but I want you to think and to know that that award is every part of your award as well as it is for other volunteers within the organisation. So thank you all very much for coming today. Hope you enjoy the day, hope the weather stays with you, and indeed, successful day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dennis. As you all probably know, there were 4 people who founded this event 8 years ago. Sandra Roebuck, Steve Roebuck, Roberto and Sarah Di Cristofano. I'd like to introduce you to 1/4 of the famous 4, Mrs. Sandra Roebuck.
Affectionately known as Wifey. Or Puddy, yeah. For reasons which you can probably see. Right, good morning bankers and friends. Great to see so many of you here this morning, and particularly nice to see so many familiar faces. And probably as the day goes on, they'll get more familiar. As most of you know, I'm a Banker has been going since 2005 and has become a very important part of our lives. In fact, our family has spent so much time commuting from our home in southeast London that we've seriously thought of considering auditioning for the next series, The Only Way is Essex. How does it go? Shut up! Well, Jill. Later this afternoon, you'll hear from Sarah, mother of Lily, who inspired this event. And she will explain how important Little Havens is in their lives and how they hope to relieve the stresses and strains of day-to-day living for the Cristofano family. Sorry about that. For those of you who don't know me, I am still the long-suffering wife of Steve Roebuck of nearly 26 years and one of the organising committee. On behalf of them, we're very proud with what we've achieved over the past 7 years. Not only the raising of £863,000 since inception, but also the great friendships we've made with staff, management and trustees. It's a privilege to come through the doors of this establishment and feel that you can make a difference. This event wouldn't be possible without the help of many people. Too many to mention, but you know who you are, and we truly appreciate all your help with organising. Also thank you to all of you for the first time that have come today to help Havens Hospices. They need over £5 million a year to keep the adult and children's hospice running, and today will go a long way to helping them. What we like about the place is that they spend money wisely and employ dedicated and capable people. Today is a celebration of life, and we want you to have fun and make new friends. We want you to cherish your time here and want to come back next year or organise something yourself. We absolutely encourage you to do so. There are very few do's and don'ts today. The first one is do have fun and make friends. Don't worry about anything, but if you do, let us know as soon as possible. Do work that you enjoy. If not change, it doesn't really matter. Don't push yourself too hard. This is an experience, not a race. Do stop and take a rest because we know that most of you are bankers. Sorry we haven't got the beds here today for a lie down this afternoon. Don't go hungry or thirsty because we're here to serve you refreshments. And of course, I must mention Phil McNally. Where are you? Hello. And his endless phone calls. Mrs. Roebuck, is my tea ready? I think he sounds like that. And do make sure that your families come this evening to the closing ceremony because it will be emotional. Great to see the long-distance travellers again, and we'll hear from one of them later in the closing ceremony. I do want to mention, though, one participant who's missing his first event since we started. Chris Cox, who usually organises the power and the heating and often seen on a lawnmower around the fields late in the evening, can't be here today. Both he and his lovely wife Val have both suffered from cancer recently, but beat it, so they've gone on a well-deserved holiday. But Chris, being the person he is, has made sure that we wouldn't be without power and provided us with the generator. So thank you, Chris. Hope you're sunning yourself, getting a good suntan. We hope to see you soon. Finally, as I mentioned before, if you do have any problems, let us know as soon as possible. We want you to go home this evening with a warm feeling in your hearts about today. Little Havens is a place of hope, and we hope you feel that too. Whatever you're doing today, enjoy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sandra. Before I hand you over to Andy Payne, who will guide you to your work parties, I just wanted to remind you, first of all, we've got a party tonight, barbecue, 2 or 3 bands, is it? How many have we got now? Oh, we've got one band and they're very, very good. But also, if any of you have pledges, if you could see Steve or Rob, can you put your hands up, Steve and Rob, over at the back? If you've got any pledges, if you could go and speak to them before you go to your work party. But anyway, have a wonderful day. Thank you so very much for coming along and for all your help. And I now hand you over to Andy Payne.
Good morning. It's usually karaoke with me on the microphone, but a bit early for me for that. I think most people I've seen on the way in and given you job numbers. We've got team leaders. Where are you, team leaders? With your boards. They've all got a letter in printed something. If you can all stand up and wave your letters in the air. Probably do it outside.